There's one other thing I'd like to bring up, and I don't know any other time to bring it up, but now, because we keep talking about what needs to be put in the paper and what needs to be done and what reports are done, and I will refer you to OCGA 36-1-6, publication of annual financial statements, boards of commissioners and county commissioners and other persons. We're supposed to be putting our financial statements at least once a year in the paper and on our bulletin boards in our courthouse. So if we're gonna get everybody else to follow the law, we need to follow the law ourselves.
Okay. Moving on to the next on the agenda.
And I expect that to be done, Mr. Jennings, since you wanna rush that right through.
We went ahead and got the SPLOST stuff published,
That's all,
which had not done previously, and as soon as we get our end of the year situation squared away, we will do that.
Number one, the Jasper County Water and Sewer Authority was created by House Bill 972. There's a couple of areas in 972 that I want to read from. There's been several resolutions done by the BOC since 2002. These are in direct violation with House Bill 972. And that is the reason I will read a couple of things, and I hope everyone can hear this. But in House Bill 972, Section 1, lines 16 and 17, it states, Jasper County Water and Sewer Authority, which shall be deemed to be a public corporation. That is the first thing. The second thing is in Section 3, line 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, it states, it will be self-liquidating, which means that the revenues and earnings to be derived by the authority therefrom, and all properties used, leased, and sold in connection herewith will be sufficient to pay the cost of the operating, maintaining, repairing, improving, and extending the project, and to pay the principal and interest of the revenued bonds which may be issued for the cost of such project or projects. It states further in here, and I'll paraphrase this, that the only way for this authority to raise additional money other than their rates is through revenue bonds. And then in Section 14, lines 1 through 10, it states, revenue bonds issued under the provisions of this act shall not be deemed to constitute a debt of Jasper County or a pledge of the faith and credit of the county, but the bond shall be payable solely from the fund provided for this act. And the issuance of such revenue bonds shall not directly, indirectly, contingently obligate the county to levy or pledge any form of taxation whatever therefore, or to make any appropriation for their payment, and all such bonds shall contain recitals on their face covering substantially the foregoing provisions of this section.
I didn't get the report of it.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, before we leave this, I'd like to know if the tax commissioner has responded to either our attorney or to our county manager about supplying us some reports that are required by law under section OCGA section 48.5, 153, and 154.
Well, she was going to do that before the commission, but today is disbursement day, state disbursement day. I think